What's going on, everybody? It's Chandler with the channel, coming back to you guys with another video. First and foremost, I want to say I'm sorry for my voice. I went to a concert last night and it is completely shot, but the show must go on and we've got a video to make. And today we will be going over something that has been long due for a review, and that is the Core Essentials Buffalo Leather Belt. I've had this and been wearing this every day for the past several months, and I believe it's time to do a full review on it. So without further ado, let's check it out. First and foremost, as a disclaimer, about 10 months ago, Core Essentials did reach out to us about reviewing this product, and we gave them the okay that we were going to do it, given we'll do a first impressions, we'll wear it for a long period of time, and then we will come back and do our full review. And of course, that review for you guys is fully unbiased, so that way we can give our feedback on the products with no bias attached. Now here on the channel, of course, you know we are no strangers to Core Essentials as a brand. We're very big fans of their belts, and we have not found one that we do not like yet, whether that be tactical gun belts, battle belts, and now the Buffalo Leather belt. I've been sporting the full grain Buffalo Leather belt in black for just about 10 months, 11 months straight as my everyday belt. You can wear this belt with just about anything. It's a very good quality leather belt, and it dresses up or dresses down very good, as most leather belts do. You're not unfamiliar to that. But just to go over a few of the features that Core puts on their belt before going into the opinion. This is a full grain Buffalo Leather belt. This does have Core's Power Core belt system, just like their tactical belts, and the leather belt as well for increased rigidity. It is a 1.5 inch wide belt, and this is rated for up to 6 pounds. Core notes that this is not a tactical belt. It is not meant as such. It's meant for more of a EDC gun belt. And then of course it does have the adjustable track from Core and their belt buckle system, which has the lever on it to release it. So all you have to do, and this comes in a lot of handy, is however tight you want it, tighten it down and it's not coming out. If you want to loosen it, you can press that in. If you want to tighten it, you can put that in. It helps a lot when sitting down, when carrying appendix, which most of us do here on the channel, and this kind of system is by far the most comfortable compared to, say, a fixed belt like this Hank's gun belt that's only got the notches in it. So I far prefer the ratchet system. The buckle I have on here is the Core X9. The belt is compatible with any of their X series belts and Western belts for however you want to dress up and customize your belt. I like the simplistic look. This has almost a faux belt buckle here, so it really dresses up or down depending on how you want to wear it. You can wear it typically like an appendix belt if you want, and have it kind of to the side, which is where I usually carry if I'm sporting appendix. But if I've got my shirt tucked in and sporting appendix, you can still keep that forward, and there's plenty of room on both sides for your holster clips. That's just what I'm a big fan of, but you can customize it however you want. And with all of these different belts, I installed this one several months ago, and it's held on by a set of teeth and 2 set screws into the belt, and I have not had to tighten it once. And I wear this belt literally all the time, whether it's in the field at work, at the range. I mean, just about every condition that you can put one through, I've put this one through, and it's been absolutely awesome. And if it did decide to come loose on you, you really could just tighten it back down. But it also makes to where you could change belt buckles if you do get tired of the one you have. I just think that a design like this is pretty timeless, so this is just what I wear. And then for customer service wise from Core, they've got a full 30-day refund and a 1-year warranty with all their belts. But that's just the general overview of the belt. Now let's get into my opinions on it. So long story short, before I get into everything, this belt is awesome. I think it's one of the best on the market for combining a timeless look with a good leather belt and good function. Now keep in mind, this is not a full tactical belt. It's not what it's meant for. So in the winter, if you're sporting a Glock 34 and 2 extra magazines, it might not hold up to what you're trying to do with it. However, for what I use it for, which is either carrying a Shadow Systems MR920 or a Sig Sauer P365, both appendix, and an extra magazine for both of them, it holds up great. In addition to my regular EDC that I have, which is kind of the standard stuff. It has no issue. The quality of the leather is amazing. As you wear leather and it wears in, you start to get unique patterns and unique wear patterns on the leather because it's wearing in. And I love the look of a worn in leather belt, and this has aged perfectly over the 10 months that I've been using it. Saying that, with how well the leather's worn in, you cannot find a single place where there's been any ripping or tearing or separation of the leather from the belt. And I've worn this in just about every scenario, including places that I probably shouldn't have where it's gotten wet, but that hasn't really caused any issue because some days in the field I'll wear the same belt, and of course Kentucky in the summer, it's blazing hot and humid, so you do get sweaty and sweat through it. There's been no sign of any bending. The good thing about leather belts that's different than kind of full tactical belts, like similar to, you know, this kind of scuba weave material. Leather is a lot easier to conform to your body and it doesn't really have hard bends or anything. Whereas over time on like one of these weave belts, you know, this is a next belt, but you know, the end of it has almost distorted from where I carry it as such, where this is on my left side and my firearm's here. And if I catch this on anything, it will bend it out, and you can see that it has. The same thing on the leather belt is you can kind of see that it might be contorting up a little bit, but it's nowhere near as severe as if I do the same thing on this. So you've got that wedge that pokes out. Now with that, you sacrifice some of the rigidity of a full tactical belt, but for what I want to use for my everyday carry, this works perfect. Now for the buckle itself, I can say the same. Everything functionality wise is still awesome. It's working great. It's just as it was. You know, the lever's still good. Got a little bit of squeak to it, but that really doesn't affect much of anything. When you're wearing it, it doesn't squeak, obviously, but when you're just messing around with it, it might. All of the set screws and teeth are still set. I have not adjusted those at all in the 10 months wearing this every day. The buckle itself still looks great. There are a couple places where I have scratched it because I have been wearing it so much. However, that's going to happen with everything. It's going to get worn in, get scratches on it and things of that nature, especially if you're wearing it every day. So that is not a big deal to me. Overall, in terms of quality, this belt and buckle, which I can probably say the same for the rest of their X Series buckles, is awesome. So in terms of quality, this is absolutely a winner, no surprise. Next up, comfort. One of the big reasons why I like leather over this, one of this more rigid like scuba weave material, is simply because of how much more comfortable it is. And even though this has that power core, it does not sacrifice how comfortable it is. But in terms of how sturdy it is, if you hold it straight out like this, it does lose some rigidity compared to the next belt. However, where this kind of is that happy medium, if I do the same thing to the Hanks belt, you can see it has a lot less structure. That's where the core's power core center comes into play. That little extra support that the power core gives you in the leather core belt, I think is a winner and is the happy medium between the full tactical belt, which you have all kinds of support, but it's a little bit less comfortable, and compared to the leather belt, which you have less support, but is more comfortable. So let's talk value. We all know how crazy expensive leather belts can be. And for a full grain buffalo leather belt from Core with buckle ready to go, it's gonna look at around $70 right now. Considering you're getting an EDC leather belt that you can wear as both a regular belt that's gonna dress up nice and an EDC belt for your firearm, I think is a winner. I mean, I don't see any problem or concern in terms of the value you're getting for money. I think for $70, you're gonna be hard pressed to find a good leather belt that holds up to how comfortable, how supportive, and how good quality this belt is. So that's gonna about do it for this video, guys. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below. Tell us what you think about Core belts. If you've got one, we love them, obviously. Even if Core didn't send us these guys, these are full unbiased opinions and they are just fantastic belts. But let us know what you think down in the comments. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of content, and leave a comment on the video. We like to go through and we look at all the comments and we answer them when we come to them. If it does take us a little bit of time, I apologize, but we do try to answer every single comment. And lastly, I saved this till the end, but of course, if you do decide that you want a Core belt, which we recommend, you can go onto Core's website and use code all caps, no spaces, Range Day 10, and you'll get 10% off of your belt. This is a code for you guys, and a huge thank you to Core Essentials for sending out this product for us to review and giving a code for us to let you guys use to get 10% off these awesome belts. Thanks again to Core Essentials. This has been Chandler with Range Day, where every day is Range Day. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.